Welcome to Pilates. Super excited to have you here today. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need light weights and a ball, and then something to support yourself if balance is a challenge. I'm going to show you how to use something as simple as a folding chair to get into your body and help you really engage. So today's a full body. We got lots to do. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start just with a simple warm-up. Go ahead and step really wide. I'm on a mat. You can be on the floor as long as your feet are not going to slide. All right. Squat down on the horse. Open your arms big. And we're going to start right out of the gates, pulsing. All right. See if you can go a little bit lower. Perfect. We have 10 of these. Nice. See if you can, instead of bounce, really stick at the bottom. Here's 7. Here's 6. 5. 4 more. 3. 2. Hold. Hold. Slide down an inch. Slide down an inch. Rise up. Give a little wiggle. All right, we're going to do that again. Split your arms. Slide down the horse. And we pulse. Yeah. Now think about, can your knees open more to the back? And can you make it stick ever so slightly? 5 more. 4. 3. Nice long arms. 2. Hold. Now stop. Drop an inch. Drop an inch. Perfect. Rise up. We got one more set. And then we're going to move on to the arms. Here we go. Arms split. Slide down the horse and pulse. Yeah, just 10 of those. Make them stick. Maybe this set you actually go even lower than the first set. 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, hold. We got 3 drops. 2 drops. Last drop, rise up. Slide your feet together. Go ahead and cross right over left. Split your arms and hinge halfway down. Get a nice stretch for the legs. Rise up. Left over right. Open up wide. And fold. It's a super hot day here in Colorado. It is steamy out there. So it's warm in my studio, so we're going to have a great workout. Maybe this one will even crack a sweat. Feet together. Heels are going to touch. Toes are going to go out. We're going to lift our arms up. Really pay attention here. So we're not collapsing, not slouching, but actually the spine is straight. I'm really focusing on my belly button going forward, not sunken. See the difference? So forward. This causes those muscles to stay engaged. Watch my arms. I'm going to lift and lift. Beautiful. We got 10 of these. You can stay flat or you can lift up your heels and really challenge some of your balance here. Totally up to you. I'm going to stay down on the floor today. All right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Now watch. Fingertips touch, and then we flip it like a butterfly. Fingertips touch. We're going to really warm up the shoulders here. So if you're up on your toes, really challenge the balance here because you're swinging back and forward. So the belly has to be super tight. We have 5 more. Beautiful. 4. Whoops. 3. 2 more. Last one. Arms down. Go ahead and roll your shoulders. We're going to take and stand on our left leg. I'm going to point my toes forward. And that's going to create a nice solid base here. So we're just going to play with balance a tiny bit. If you need support, I've got my railing here. I have a chair here. I'm not going to use the supports just yet, but I want to really start to target my hips, my pelvis, and my abdominal areas. So watch this. Arms are going to split, and I'm going to lift, extend, bend, and lower. Same leg. Lift, extend, pull it up, press it down. Lift, sweep, pull, down. Lift, sweep it out there. Try not to swing, use no momentum. Lift, extend, pull in, and lower. 2 more, lift, sweep, point your pretty, lower. 1 more, lift, extend, pull it up, and lower. Give a little bit of a wiggle. We're gonna take standing leg to the other side. So the right leg will be our strong leg. I have my arms out for balance, and it also works to tone and open up the chest and the shoulders. So take that option if you need support with balance, or you want a little extra oomph in your arms. Here we go. Left knee lifts, extend, sweep it up, push it down. Up, extend, pull in and down. Lift, sweep, drag, push. Do you feel that rhythm? So many muscles going on here. Everything from the glutes to the hamstrings to the quads to the abs. 4 more. Lift, push, pull up, release. 3, sweep, up, release. 2 more, 2 more. Perfect. How long can you be? Last one. Beautiful. And lower. Give a little bit of a wiggle. Shake out your arms. We're going to come into some plie work just for our final portion of the warm-up. Remember, you can take options. If your feet do not like to be up on your toes, you will step just a little bit wider. Okay, and then when we do our plies, you're here. If your feet are together, lock those heels in tight. Make them connect, and then lift up your heels. So take the option. I'll show both. I'm going to start this way, just for a few of them, and then I'll move to the other option. Both options are fine. Neither is a beginner and an advanced. It just is what it is, depending on your feet. Open your arms, palm face up, like you're holding something amazing. Bend your knees, nice, and squeeze up. Bend your knees, and squeeze up. So think about sliding down the wall behind you versus leaning forward, because that's going to put too much pressure on your knees. So we're just getting into this plie motion. If you are flat-footed, you're here. Same engagement of the quads. We just eliminate the feet and the balance. 5 more. Pick whichever position feels good for you. 3, 2 more. Now, we're going to do 1 more and stay low. So if you're on your toes, you're still really more than halfway down, and we're going to pulse. We're going to heat up these legs like crazy. We're going to pulse really small for 10, 9, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, holds, and rise up. All right, do what you need. We're going to do 2 more sets of that. So we're going to do 10 single plies, then 10 pulse plies. I'm going to go back to my heels up. You pick what feels best for you. Rise up, hold your cupcakes or whatever's nice. Slide and press. Slide and press. Here's 8. Press, squeeze those buns in the back. Squeeze right there. Squeeze at the top. Squeezing the buns is really important. 5, 4, shoulders back and down. 3 more. 2. So nice. Do 1 more and stay down. Here's where we pulse. Tiny, 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 barely move an inch. 10, 9, 8, 7 more. 6, can you go lower? 5, make it smaller. 4, 3, 2, and rise up. All right, last set like that. I'm going to go back to the flat foot option. Take what you need or play with it. Maybe you're joining me in this alternating foot positions. Totally cool. All right, we have 10 single plies, 10 tiny pulses. I'll do the counting because you know I'm never right in my counting. Hold your cupcakes. Take a big breath. And here we go. Down, squeeze your buns. Down, squeeze. That squeeze at the top is so important, especially as we move through the class today. You're going to want to make sure your buns are awake. 5, squeeze. 4, squeeze. 3 more. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one, last one. Do one more for fun. Stay at the bottom. Pulse tiny for 10, 9, 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, and rise up. Grab your weights. We got lots to do today, my friends. We're going to come to the ball in just a little bit, so make sure that it is close. I have 3-pound weights. 2-pound weights are fine. I wouldn't go higher than 5. And the reason is because in this format, we do a lot of repetition with light weights. That creates those long, lengthy ballerina muscles versus the real bulky muscles that you get when you use a heavier weight. So just be mindful. Plus, it's my opinion that the heavier the weight we go, we actually lose some of the integrity of the motion. So if you found that you've done this for a while and 3 pounds is just too easy, add 1 pound, go to 4. If you can't find a 4-pound dumbbell, try a 3 and a 1 crisscross. But just don't jump too far too fast. We're going to keep our feet flat right now. And we're going to open up our arms like we're serving something nice. And notice how my elbows are definitely touching my ribs. That's where we want to be right now. We're just going to start to warm up the shoulders. We're going to tap those dumbbells and then open and squeeze in the back. So really focus today, squeezing shoulder blades here, maybe even squeezing the buns a little bit, keeping some engagement going. 5 more. 4 more. 3. Really rotate. 2. So nice. Now, bring the dumbbells to touch. Flip them so they're vertical. We're going to lift and squeeze. When you lower your arms, squeeze your buns. Squeeze your buns. Inhale, squeeze your buns. Feel how everything tightens. Inhale, squeeze. 8, squeeze. Try not to grip too tight on the dumbbells. I like to hook my index finger and my thumb together and let the rest of my fingers float away from the dumbbell. That's forcing my hands not to do the work, but instead my shoulders in this case. Then 4 more. 3 more. Beautiful. And you know what? You do not even need weights. So if you don't have access to the dumbbells, grab a can of soup or not at all. Hold here. Hold here. Flip your weights. My elbows are still locked in. Now I'm going to come up halfway. So I'm going to turn just so you can see it's not far, and then release. So I'm going to come halfway and then release to the halfway starting point. So we're not getting a full range here. Now keep squeezing the buns. It's a tiny lift and a resistance. So here's where you really have to pull this mind-body connection into even a beautiful exercise format like this. You get to create how hard it is by bringing in the idea of resisting something. 4 more. Resist that. Here's 3. Beautiful. 2 more. Now, we're going to try that with the bottom half, but we're only going to go halfway down and then come back up to start. So we go half and we pull. What we're doing is we are engaging that bicep muscle for at least 20 reps, and then we're going to find some singles, and you're going to feel it. Keep your elbows in. Just drop maybe 3 inches, squeeze back up. Perfect, just like that. 5. 4. Beautiful. Ribs in, belly in, squeeze your buns. 2. Last one, come back to start. We're going to take full range. Ready? We're going to inhale to the shoulder, exhale all the way down to the thighs. Inhale to the shoulder, Exhale, slow to the thighs. Use your breath. If you're breathing fast, I suggest slow down your breath, and that will slow down your movements. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. The research of slowing down your breath and taking less breaths per minute is really powerful in lowering our cortisol, our stress hormone. So we could be just going like this really fast, but we're not going to get the same workout, and it's going to cause some chaos in our mind. So really slow. Pull in, resist. Let's try adding the balance. Lift your heels. Inhale, resist. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We have 3 more like this. In, resist. Feel that? 2, resist. Last one. Beautiful. Now come halfway to start. Lower your heels. I'm going to turn so you can see. My elbows are locked into my ribs right here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hover the elbows forward. So they're just slightly forward of my ribs, maybe 3 to 4 inches. Okay, my feet are going to stay flat here. We're going to pulse. So I'm not bending the elbow. I'm just lifting. Lifting, like I have a tennis ball in the crook of that elbow joint, and I don't want to squeeze it and I don't want to drop it. So it's just there. Now squeeze your buns. Perfect. 10. You should be feeling your abs here as well as your arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, watch, open. Elbows are off the ribs. Reach out for 10, 9. Elbow shape does not change. I'm not straightening my arms. I'm just lifting them up. Hold that tennis ball in that elbow joint. 8, 7, squeeze your buns. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Lift your heels. Let's do 10, 9. You can do this. 8, 7, squeeze your buns. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. So nice. Let's do just a little bit of triceps here and a little bit of shoulders, and then we'll be done with the weights. So we're going to move on to working within the ball and the chair. So I'm going to turn so you can see the setup. I'm going to bend my knees, but my heels are going to stay glued down to the mat, so glued down that my toes might even lift up. So that's really forcing my backside to sustain and carry the weight of my body. So I'm going to bend my knees like I'm a skier. Slight lean forward, but notice my spine straight. I'm not curving out and I'm not tucking. Okay, so my spine is straight, slight tuck of the pelvis. Arms are going to go back and be straight. I'm going to bend my elbows just so that my hands touch my hips, no further. I'm not coming all the way through to my breasts. I'm going to stop at my hips. Extend, stop at your hips. Reach, pause right there. Beautiful. 10, 9, lift your toes. 8, 7, 6. To protect your neck, peek down at your feet. That helps. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold. Straight arms. Pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise up. All right, go ahead and turn back towards me. We're going to finish with just a little bit of shoulder work, and then we're going to move down into the lower half of our body. Feet are going to be flat. Arms are going to cactus. I got sweat sliding down. It's a good thing. My favorite remedy for super hot days like this, add a couple drops of peppermint essential oil to your body wash, to your shampoo. You will be tingly and cold. And then after your shower, add a couple drops to your lotion. The heat, it actually does lower your body temperature. So if you have a child with a fever, peppermint's a great option, but it's great for us adults too when we're really hot. Great for hot flashes as well. All right, if your wrists are starting to bend from fatigue, ditch the weights. We want fingers straight up to the ceiling. And we're gonna alternate, it's a slight little lift. It's a right and a left, and a right, left. Now be mindful of your ribs here. We have a tendency when the arms go high to extend the ribs out. So zip up the belly and pull the ribs down. Left, right, left, right. We have 5 more each side. Here's 4. Lift. It's small. Don't lower your arms though, because we're not even close. Last 1. Both. Both. Now we're going to start to bring the elbows around to front. Stop right there. Open. 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 Perfect. Now, close. 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 Stop right there. So my shoulders and elbows are in a line. Open. Open. Watch your wrists here. We have 1 more set. 1 more set. Here we go. In. 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 Stop. Stop. Open. 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 Hold and lower. I hope you felt that. I felt it. We have 1 more set. We're going to come back to the cactus arms, but I want you to focus on the lat muscle, that little overhang of skin that we get, the bra overhang. We're going to target that. Legs are going to be still. I like my feet flat for this one. Elbows go to that cactus. We're going to pull up like we're reaching towards the ceiling, but watch your ribs. Don't let them pop out like that. Pull them in. Then we drag all the way down. Elbows come in towards the ribs, and we press. We inhale. It's so slow. Exhale. Hold. Think about that space in the back. Inhale. Reach and extend. And pull. 4 more. In. Try not to use momentum pulling those weights. And don't use momentum pushing. I know we're tempted. Pull. Reach. We have 1 more. Draw those ribs in. Reach. And pull. Go ahead and lose your weights. We may come back to 1 weight when we get to the floor, so just don't throw the weights, have them close by. All right, we're gonna step wide first, no ball. Just gonna get our legs back to being a little bit warmed up. So we're gonna get on the horse, which means we have a lot of space here. Toes are out, heels are in. And then we're gonna come down to a comfortable, not our deepest, and certainly not standing upright. So somewhere between standing and then that full deep bend, so about halfway. And then we're gonna take our right arm out to the side so that we're gonna load up the right side here. My left arm feels a little bit heavy, so I'm just gonna let it kind of drag down. You can also hook it onto your left thigh. We're gonna pulse here, pulse here. Once we start to get that rhythm, we find those tiny little pulses. I want you to lift your right arm, make it a little bit heavier here through the right side. Now, you can stay just like this and have an amazing workout. If you want just to change the muscle group that you're working, lift up your heel. Doesn't make it better, doesn't make it harder, it makes it different. So listen to your body. There's lots of options here. I may do this foot up, that foot down, just don't know. So play with it. Try both positions. If it's too much, lower that lever, okay? Bring it all the way down. So there's 3 different weights, if you will, going into the legs. The bottom, the easiest, is the arm down. Intermediate, arm out. Maybe the hardest is arm up. 10 more pulses. Legs should be feeling hot. Heart rate should be getting up there. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one, rise up. We got 2 legs. So pick your foot position or switch it up. Get on your horse, halfway down. Nice diagonal line, legs, not all the way down and certainly not standing upright. Find your left arm out. Start with sort of that midpoint. You'll decide quickly if you want more or less or stay the same. Start to pulse. Now remember, in a pulse, we're dragging and sticking and it's not fast like this. Okay, there's purpose here. We're going down and up, but it's not very big. Beautiful. If you want a little bit more, that left arm goes high. You can stay like this. You can lift up your left heel. I'm going to stay flat today, but you pick. Beautiful. If it's too much, take another option with the arm. Beautiful. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise up. We have one more set of this and we're going to change just a little bit and play with the feet. So here's your options. Arms are going to go to the side, both of them. They might stay down, they might both go up. You pick. Find an arm position that you want to start with. Doesn't mean you're locked in for the whole set. Slide down that horse and we pulse. We pulse. Now if you want to change it and make it a little bit more, arms go high. We're here for 20. I'll do the counting. You do the pulsing and just make it smaller. The smaller you go, the less momentum you're using, getting more into the muscles. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise. Perfect. While we're here on the horse, we're going to do a little bit of glute work, and then we're going to stand tall and use the chair and the ball. So slide back down the horse. You're going to lift your right heel and then switch. Lift your left and lift your right and lift your left. Arms where you want them. Up is hardest. Sort of in the middle. Not easy. Just not adding as much weight. 10. Lift. 9. Now's the chance to go lower and lift those arms. 8. Beautiful. 7. 6. 5. Here's 4. 3. 2. Last one. Perfect. Rise up. Go ahead and take some water, wiggle out your legs, do whatever it is you need, and then grab your ball. We have a few sets standing up. We're going to use the chair today because I want you to really see how when we eliminate the need to worry about our balance, we can really, really target sort of the muscle groups that we're going to target today. So I'm going to turn my chair. It's going to be on my mat just for a moment. And I'm going to turn towards my chair. You can have it however you want. So if your chair's in front, that's fine so that you can see me and not have to turn your head. That's perfect. But I'm just going to show you where we're going with this. So the ball is going to go behind your left knee. So we're going to start with the left leg. Now, if you don't have a ball, you can use a pillow. If you don't have a pillow, you don't need to use anything. This just gives a little extra oomph. So get the ball there. We're only using the chair for stability. I'm not leaning on it. I'm not lounging on it. I'm barely touching it. My knees are together, okay? So watch what's going to happen. We're going to push, pull in, now open and close. Push, pull, lift, close. Push, pull, lift, close. Push, pull, lift, and close. Keep going. So the ball here forces the hamstring to stay engaged. Without the ball, we have a tendency to flop that calf. The ball forces some engagement. And you might be thinking, why am I feeling my right cheek and not my left so much? That's the magic. Guess what? 8 more. Push, pull, lift, lower, push, pull. Don't rush it. Lift, lower, push, resist, lift, resist. 5. Pull it in. Lift and close. Here's 4. You should be feeling something really good on the right leg. Yes, maybe even shaking. 3. Here we go. Pull it in. Lift. 2 more. You can do this. Perfect. Last one. Perfect. Grab the ball and shake it out. So the right cheek is definitely on fire. Yes? So I'm going to go ahead and face you now that you kind of know where we're going with that. I'm going to scoot my chair over just so you can still see. Right leg, ball. Hold on to the chair for stability. Notice how tall I am. I'm not leaning on the chair, barely touching the chair. I'm going to push back, pull in, open, close, push, pull, lift, lower, push, pull. Use your belly. Lift, lower. No swinging. Draw the belly in. And that pulls that leg. 8. Pull. Lift. Close. 7. Beautiful. If you want to play with balance, take the hand away. But the minute you start wobbling, go back to holding on, because then you're losing the muscle and you're giving a message to the brain to be wobbling. And what we want to give the brain, the message, is you're stable. 4 more. Nice and slow. 3. Beautiful. Nice and tall. Here's 2. Nice. Perfect. Last set. Up, close. Grab the ball and give a little wiggle. Just side to side. We're going to stretch a lot at the end, so don't worry. Don't worry about that. So we're going to go back to the very first leg. I'm going to scoot my chair over. We're going to go back to the ball between the hamstring and the calf of the left leg. We're going to add a little bit here. Okay, so make sure you have a nice grip on the ball. Right hand is going to just rest on something stable, and then push your heart slightly forward. We're going to lift it up to stay. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze for 10, 9, 8 more, 7, 6. I don't have my leg all the way up, not necessary. It's just open slightly. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now watch. If I were to open it, look what just happened to my posture. I sort of lost everything. Okay, so we want to stay tall and just lift our leg a tiny bit. Squeeze 10, 9. You thought we were done. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and release. Let's do the other side. We have 2 sets of squeezing. Right leg gets the ball. Posture's tall. Heart leads the way. We lift slightly. Squeeze the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7 more, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, again. 10, 9, 8, 7 more, 6, heart forward. 5, nice tall posture. 3, 2, and grab the ball. Go ahead and take your chair, whether it's in front or to the side, doesn't matter. Hold onto the chair, step back, and then hinge back and stretch those glutes. Just bring your head between your arms. All right, almost done here. Go ahead and rise up. Keep the chair where you can just hold on to it, doesn't matter which side. Place the ball way up high. So this ball, unfortunately, is really inflated. So it's going to cause me to have to really squeeze the ball to contract the muscles. Again, if you don't have a ball, You can do this with your mind just by squeezing the buns and contracting those inner thighs. So my feet are flat to start, and they may stay flat. I'll give you options. Hand is going to rest here if we decide to go up on our toes. So it's there as a balance, not as a lean, just as a touch. But we're going to start flat, so we're going to add some arms. Pinkies up, palms back. Squeeze the ball, 10. 9, try to pop it. 8, remember you can buy these balls on Amazon. I have an Amazon shop with my favorites. These come in a 2-pack with a pump. I think they're $10.99. Price may have gone up, but it's a great deal. You can have one where you practice Pilates, maybe one where you watch TV and you can squeeze while you're watching your favorite show. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one, lower your arms. Touch. No balance work today. Lift up your heels. Make sure you have something stable to hold on to. Squeeze the ball, 10. 9, really focus here. 8, squeeze your buns. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Take the ball and bring it down between your calves. Okay, so not on the ankle joint, between your knees and your ankle. Feet stay flat. Arms can be here. And we squeeze that ball. Squeeze, squeeze. 10. Notice that your buns have to squeeze that ball with your calves. That's magic, my friends. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Touch, lift, squeeze the ball. 10. Do you feel your buns? 8, 7, 6, 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and lower. Go ahead and grab the ball. We're going to need it, so don't throw it. And then scoot your chair away. We're done with the chair. We're done with the chair. Go ahead and come down to the mat. Make sure you have a weight nearby, and definitely your ball. All right, my friends. How you doing? It's so fun. It's so fun. I love having the freedom to change this up from week to week. There are some weeks where we don't leave the mat. Some weeks where we don't even come to the mat. A lot of times you'll see that I offer both, which is a great thing to always be switching up what we do with our bodies, because then we never really know how our body's going to respond, and we're constantly keeping the muscles from not being complacent, really. So ball is going to go between the calves, okay? Now, this forces us to make sure that our knees don't open. You can see, if I have the ball between my calves, if I open, the ball's going to fall. So it's really an alignment tool as well as an engagement tool. So feet are about hip distance, balls between the calves, arms go out in front. I'm going to put some pressure on that ball, but not to the point where I'm squeezing too hard. I'm not going to let it fall. Watch my pelvis. I'm going to scoop it under and then rise back up. Scoop and rise. Scoop and rise. 5, lift. 4, lift. 3, lift. 2 more. Last one. Come down halfway. So my pelvis went under, and now I'm down halfway, and I'm going to round my shoulders forward. I'm going to look at the ball here, and I'm going to squeeze 10, 9, nice and slow, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Tuck your chin, that protects your neck. 3, 2. Now hold the squeeze. Hold it like you mean it, like you want to pop it, and pulse quick, quick, quick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise. How do you feel your belly there? I don't get it. It's crazy. Ball goes up high between knee and pelvis. Same thing. Arms in front. We're going to make sure that the ball doesn't fall through the hole, so there's engagement. We tuck and we rest. 5 of these. 4, lift. 3, 2. So nice. Now, tuck it, roll halfway. Arms are up, diagonal-ish. Look at that beautiful ball. Look at your belly button. Squeeze slow for 10, 9, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2. Now hold the squeeze like you mean it and pulse quick for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise. So nice. All right. We're going to keep the ball there. And we're going to come back to the position that we were just in with a rounded spine. And we're sort of laying almost on that sacrum, that triangular shaped bone at the base of our spine. So we're not all the way down and we're not diagonal, but we really have a round and kind of just resting on that triangular bone. Ready? I'm not. It's hot in here and it's hot. It's really hot. All right, here we go. Scoop down. I don't have air conditioning. So I sweat a lot. It's all good. I have lots of fans. My house actually stays pretty cool because I have a great window system that I close the curtains at certain times. And anyway, all right, we're going to lower our arms to the right. We're going to inhale, rise up to start. Exhale back. Inhale, left. Back to center, rise. So it looks like this. We sink, we turn, we center, we rise. We sink, we turn, we center, we rise. We sink, turn, center, rise. Sink, turn, center, rise. Keep the scoop the whole time until you lift right there. Scoop, turn, center, rise. 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 2 more. Turn, center, rise. Scoop, turn, center, rise. Last set. Scoop, turn, center, rise. Make this your best. Scoop, turn, center, rise. Hands come behind, let the ball fall. Open up your hips. Hard stuff, but good stuff. All right. The good news is we're going to do that again. Last set, and then we're all the way on the floor. All right. This time, the ball's going to go back to your calves. We're just going to see how that changes the sensation in the belly, because it's gonna. So make sure that your feet are not close, but they're not wider than the hips. So you have hips, knees, ankles in one long line. Sit really tall. Scoop, turn, center, rise. Put tension on the ball. Scoop, turn, center, rise. Scoop, turn, center, rise. Scoop, turn, center, rise. I hope you don't hear that in your sleep, but it's a good one if you do. Scoop, turn, center, rise. 3 more. Scoop, turn, center, rise. Scoop, turn, center, rise. 2 more. We can do this. I know we can. We're toning those abdominal areas. Turn, center, lift. Make this your best. Scoop, turn, center, lift, scoop, turn, center, lift. Open your legs and fold. Nicely done, friends. I had my grandbaby in the studio last week. Maybe you saw pictures of that. I have about 20 of these Pilates balls for when I was teaching classes in my studio. I dumped them all on the floor, and she has been afraid to be in here. I think it's big and airy, and I just think the floor, and it's just not a place she's been a lot. So I'm trying to bring her out here more and more. Go ahead and come to your back, grab your weight, and keep the ball. And so I brought her out here and threw the balls all over the floor, and she had a gem of a time chasing the balls, throwing the balls. She's this close to walking, like any day, any day. If she just won't think about it, like she just needs to go. She gets so excited, and then she thinks. She's a little bit of, she's a little scared of certain things. Like she doesn't like swings. She doesn't like, she's cautious, little girl, on some things. But then you put her near their family. Her family has a stable, and so the metal fencing that keeps the horses on the inside of the pen, she climbs up the metal fencing, stands on the very top rung to talk to the horses. So she's scared of certain things, but not scared of others. She'll sit on a horse, no problem. I bought her a stuffed, like, big rocking horse that's stuffed. She's terrified of it. Go figure. All the way down. All the way down. She is so fun, and I have just had the best time being able to be with her during this time as I'm working less. It's just been such a gift. You have no idea. All right. Weight is going to go on your pelvis. It's going to go between the pubic bone and the belly button. So that sort of soft area, just going to rest right there. Perfect. So tuck it in there. If you need to hold on to it, that's fine too. But it might just sit there. Arms go down by your side. Try not to turn your head. If you're not sure where I'm going to be going with this, if my cues are not clear, please sit up, look at me, and then get back into the position. So eyes are going to stay up towards the ceiling. Put tension on the ball. Make sure your heels are close. And we're going to begin to lift up the hips. That dumbbell may wiggle a little bit, but it's not going to roll unless it does, so be careful. All right, I'm going to hold mine just ever so slightly with the fingertip of each hand. So my hips are not all the way up towards the ceiling. They're almost there. I'm going to come halfway, just halfway. Once I get halfway, I'm about, I don't know, 5 inches off the floor. I'm going to squeeze the ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now stay. You're going to go back all the way up to the top and slide down to where we just squeezed the ball. So not all the way down. We go up and halfway down. Up, halfway down. 10, resist. Keep squeezing the ball so that weight just adds a little tiny bit more. If you don't want the weight, lose it. 5, drag your hips down. Don't just fall down. 4, 3, 2, last one. Now come halfway down, halfway down. I want you to focus just on your left hip, and you're going to lift just your left hip. Lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You should feel the burn. 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch to the right. Lift. Lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Center your hips. We're going to alternate left, right. So my hips are not fully extended up towards the ceiling. Because we have the added weight, we're actually working more resistance here than getting as high as we can. It just is a little bit different exercise than what we normally do in this position. And I find that it really loads up the glutes. 8 more each side. Here's 7. And you go a little bit higher with that little knock of the hips. 5, 4, here's 3, 2, last one, last one, last one, last one. Lower down, lower down. I hope you felt that. That was pretty magical. We're gonna do another set. It won't be as long, but we are this time gonna have our hips as high as they can go. Put some tension on the ball. You can do this with or without the weight you pick. Lift up your hips as high as they will go. Tuck your chin into that almost that soft little hole in your throat. And we're gonna squeeze hard for 10. 9, you should feel that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Lift up the hips for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. Perfect. Set the weight aside, set the ball aside, and hug your knees into your chest. Beautiful. So if you practiced with me the last video section, we did a lot on the mat with legs. Today on the mat, we really target abs and glutes because we did a lot standing up with the legs. So it's nice to change it up. Open your knees wide and feel the stretch of the inner thighs. And we're gonna lower our left foot to the mat, cross your right foot over your left, and then take your right hand and push that hip open. So that just takes your hip socket and just gives a little opening there. Leave your hands through that window, grab your left leg and pull it in. We're really gonna stretch the glutes today. Breathe. Always take the time to stretch extra. I try not to do too much stretching, just so that we can really get the workout in. And then you can always take one of my yoga classes, the chair yoga or the traditional yoga, or just stretch in ways that feels good to your body. Go ahead and switch. Open your knee. Make sure you drink lots of water. It was a good one today. Hot. We worked really hard. Try the peppermint oil trick. If you need peppermint oil, I'll mail you some. It's the best summer remedy ever. In the shampoo, it is glorious. Go ahead and uncross your legs. Feet are going to be as wide as your mat. Arms open. You're going to drop knees to the left. Get that beautiful spinal release and twist. Bring your knees back up to center. Take them to the right. Oh. Knees come back up, and then we're just gonna roll over. Make our way up to a seat into that famous mermaid twist that we love so much. My legs are over that way. I'm sitting on my right cheek. I'm just gonna turn and release through the hips and through the belly. And then wind back to front. My left leg is gonna go straight. I'm gonna turn and fold. I do want to let you guys know too, I don't know if you saw this in my newsletter. If you don't get my newsletter, just let me know and I'll make sure you get it. I only send one a month, so I don't overload you with emails or anything. But I am launching a new program for seniors living in long-term care centers. And what my idea and goal is to give them some of the services that they no longer get because of COVID and they're not able to have visitors. So my services would include a connection much like this and some movement to get their body going and just fun stories. There's something beautiful about storytelling, some breathing exercises, some ways to stay calm. And think about the seniors that are living pretty isolated. So if you know of a facility or if you know people that you love, switch sides, that are living in long-term care centers that would benefit from my services, please do reach out to me. I have a beautiful presentation. Go ahead and turn to the back. And I'm happy to reach out and introduce myself to those facilities. I have a big dream to make sure that seniors have something beautiful to look forward to during the week. So that's my mission. And of course, if you have people that would benefit from this, feel free to share this link. If they want more, they can reach out to me. Go ahead and fold. and then slowly come up. Go ahead and bring the soles of your feet to touch, and then tuck your elbows in and just surrender over and fold. And just aim the crown of your head towards the instep of your feet. And your shoulder blades are gonna open and widen. Your chin will tuck. And take a moment just to soak in the practice. This beautiful time to come together, to move our bodies in an amazing way, to just have time together. I so appreciate it. So I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon or your evening or whatever time of day that you practice. Use the video as many times as you would like in the coming weeks until the next round comes. I always keep at least 5 to 6 of the video sets available, so you have choice. So if you love to practice 3 times a week, you have some different videos that you can watch, and then I shut those off. Some of the older ones I shut off. They will be coming back. I just want to make sure that we're not getting used to certain movements, that we're not just kind of using our favorite videos, but instead being willing to try new things and challenge your body a little bit. Plus, it keeps you guys interested in what I might have to say and keeps things going. So have a great rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you really, really soon. And be really well. I'll talk to you soon.